Good afternoon. Excellencies of the Embassy of Sweden, Britain, and Germany, our development partners from USA, representative from NDR, the European Union, our colleagues from ESA, the Election Coordinating Committee, other invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we want to take this time for and on behalf of the leadership of the Liberia Elections Observation Network, LEON, to welcome you to this historic movement at this press conference where it is expected that our findings will be shared. Our findings from the observation we just made will be shared with the general public. Before going into our press conference, the Liberia Election Observation Network is a network of 4 civil society organizations established in 2017 for the sole purpose of observing elections, and since 2017 up to now, LEON has transitioned to a full, recognized, and credible institution in the Republic of Liberia. And over the period of time prior to the 2023 general and presidential elections, LEON deployed 73 long-term observers. These long-term observers were deployed since 2019. And so our processes in relation to the observation of the 2023 general and presidential election started as far back as 2017, when we began documenting the political, social, and economic situation of the country. As we were moving towards the 2023 general and presidential elections, as an institution, we thought that science could play a very pivotal role in the observation process. And so LEON observed the 2023 general and presidential elections using a sample-based observation methodology. And that methodology provided us an opportunity to predict within a range, a considerable range, through which each candidate results could be determined. LEON observed the 2023 general and presidential election with 904 short-term observers, 73 supervisors in all of the 73 electoral districts, and 54 field coordinators. For the purpose of ensuring that LEON has all of its data in, the 53 field coordinators were deployed into hard-to-reach area, and they were tasked with the responsibility of ensuring that all of our data from those areas were retrieved after election day. Our press conference today is based on 860 from the 904 short-term observers we deployed, constituting 95.1%. At this point, as an institution, and with the progressive results released by the National Election Commission so far of 98.4%, the viability of the data received from our observation has informed this press conference. And so we want to welcome you at this critical juncture. Our today's press conference is going to be presided over by our steering committee members from the Catholic Justice and Peace Commission, the Liberia Crusaders for Peace, the Federation of Liberian Youth, and the National Union of Organizations of the Disabled. These institutions are represented here today by their respective leaders, in person of Paulette Johnson, Ambassador Julie Endy, President Benica Stephanie Elliott, and Mervyn Hardings from the National Union of Organizations of the Disabled. At this juncture, without any further delay, I would like to turn over to our steering committee members who are going to preside over this press conference. Thank you.
Excellencies, ambassadors of Germany, Sweden, the British ambassador, representative of the EU, USAID, and other international partners, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday, October 18, 2023, at about this time in Liberia, Liberia, the National Election Observation Network Result Tabulation Situational Report. Leon commends the National Elections Commission (NEC) for largely adhering to its policies and procedures throughout the electoral and result tabulation processes across the country. Leon announces that its sample-based observation SBO findings from the 2023 presidential elections result are consistent with the National Elections Commission official presidential election results. On October 17, 2023, the National Elections Commission announced 98.4% of the official results for the 2023 presidential elections in Liberia. According to NEC, the results from the remaining 1.6% of polling places should be processed and announced on the coming days. The Liberia Election Observation Network (LEON) announces that the official results released by the National Elections Commission thus far are consistent with polling places level data collected and analyzed by LEON as part of its sample-based observation SBO during the 2023 presidential and legislative elections. The SBO approach is a proven statistical-based methodology that has been used in more than 40 countries for over 3 decades to evaluate the quality and integrity of the electoral process. LEON's consistent sampling results indicate the NEC official results can be viewed by stakeholders and voters with trust and confidence. In Liberia, LEON deployed 904 NEC accredited short-term observers, STOs, to a randomly selected representative sample of polling places in all 73 electoral districts among the 15 counties. LEON observers followed the voting and counting process at sample locations on elections day and recorded NEC results data posted publicly at the polling places observed. The result data recorded by observer was validated by photographs of the result sheets and cross-verified by LEON's data clerks at its data center. LEON observers reported a transparent counting process in the presence of party agents, poll watchers, and observers. LEON observed result tabulation at the 19 NEC tally centers, and it's confident that it was conducted transparently and in accordance with procedures. LEON accesses that NEC largely adhered to its opening of polls, voting, closing of polls, counting, and result tabulation procedures, and they were conducted professionally and transparently. To give the people of Liberia confidence in the presidential electoral process and demonstrate the degree to which the official results reflect the will of the people, LEON is releasing its sample-based observation result data analysis. The analysis is based on counting data submitted by LEON's observers at 860 of 904, which constitute 95.1% designated polling places. This provides Leon with a viable data sample and enables Leon to provide an estimated range, the lowest value and highest value that each candidate could be expected to achieve, within which the official results from all polling places should fall. Notably, Leon result analysis shows that no candidate would have reached the 50% plus one threshold for the first round victory during the 2023 presidential election. The net results as of October 17, when compared against Leon's estimated percentage ranges of expected results for each candidate, demonstrate consistency between the two sets of results data. Candidates. Net result, 1017, 98.4%. Leon estimated ranges, consistent. George Manawia, CDC, 43.79%. Leon estimate, 42.2%. 44.6%, consistent. Joseph Boakai, UP, 43.44%, 42.1%. Variance 44.7%, yes, consistent. Lucinin Edward W. Appeton Jr., GDM, 2.20%. Leon's 1.9%, 2.3%, consistent. Lucinin F. Kamara Sr., ICO, 1.97%. Leon's 1.4%, 2.0%, yes, consistent. Alexander B. Cummings, CPP, 1.61%. Leon's 1.5%, 1.9%, variance, yes. Tiawanse Gonglu, LPP, 1.44%, NEC. Leon's 1.3%, 2.3%, consistent. Allen R. Brown Jr., LRP, 0.85%, NEC, 0.7%, yes, consistent. Allen R. Brown Jr., LRP. I want to take that back, please. Tiawan Say Gonglo, LPP, 1.44%, 1.3%, 2.3%, consistent. Allen R. Brown Jr., LRP, 0.85%, 0.7%, consistent. Simeon C. N. Freeman, MPP, 0.72%, 0.6%, 0.9%, consistent with NEC. William Weir Tudor, 0.16%, 61%, 0.15% Leon, 0.17%, consistent. Joshua Toner, NLP, 0.53%. Leon, 0.4%, 0.6%, consistent. Jeremiah Z. Wapo, Vault, 0.50%. Leon's 0.2%, 0.5%, consistent. Luther N. Yoffe, Rebuilders, 0.35% NEC, 0.2%, 0.5%, consistent. Bendu and Liedman Kuroma, Independent, 0.32%, 0.2% Leon, 0.4%, consistent. Clarence K. Moniba, LINU, 0.28%, 0.2% Leon, 0.4%, consistent. Sheikh A. Kuyate, LFM, 0.28%, 0.2% Leon, 0.3%, consistent. David Kemu, DPPL, 0.28%, 0.2%, 0.4% consistent. Alexander N. Colley, RNC, 0.24%, 0.2%, 0.3% consistent. Sarah Beslow Yanti, all 0.20%, 0.1%, 0.3% consistent. Robert Frank Morris, independent, 0.18%, 0.1%, 0.4% consistent. Richard Say Miller, LFP, 0.16%, 0.1%, Leon, 0.3% consistent. Leon commends the Liberian people on their peaceful participation demonstrated by the current national voter turnout rate of 77.71%. Leon calls upon political contestants and supporters to respect the will of the Liberian people as represented by NEC official results. Leon urges all stakeholders to redouble their commitment to peaceful and democratic elections during the second round of presidential elections. Thank you, and for further information, please contact the Leon Head of Secretariat and Spokesperson, Mr. Augustine S.M. Tama, Head of Secretariat, phone number 231-0770-402-129, 231-886-468245. Or you can email us at info@leonobserver.org or website www.leonobservation.org. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So at this juncture, we want to thank our steering committee members for the releasing of our data. As you heard Paul reading, the Leon data provides a range through which all of the official results that are in the public domain from the National Election Commission falls exactly consistent with what our projections were. And so we will open the floor to the media for questions. If you have any questions, just for clarity's sake, and then we can be able to provide the needed clarity.
So good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Victor Nicole, and I report for Confrence. Let me say thanks to the Liberia Elections Observation Network for the splendid work you've done. We have won 90% of the results. What is Leon saying about the second round of election? Do you envisage that there will be a second round? If so, what would be your message to the two leading political parties claiming victory?
Okay. So again, like the data we presented today is showing, and as mentioned in our statement, from our projection, there is not a possibility for any candidate to obtain 50% plus one. And as per our law, if no candidate obtains 50% plus one, it calls for a runoff. And so there is, from our own projection, a possible runoff in these elections. So our projection range for candidate President George Manuel Weah was between 42.2% to 44.6%. So that projection is consistent with the current public data that the NEC has released as obtained by the leader of the CDC in 43.79%. So 43.79% is just within the range of 42.2 to 44.6%. So yes, in our projection, there is a possible runoff. And our message to the political parties is to encourage them as much as possible not to continue to raise anxiety amongst their supporters, because we believe that that could just be a breeding ground for future violence.
What is Leon's own rating of the electoral process from the polling date to the time of vote tallying?
I think it's clearly stated in our statement how we view the conduct of the 2023 presidential and general elections. We say that they handle everything professionally in a transparent manner. So I think we want to grade them very high for the level of work that they've done in the 2023 presidential and legislative elections.
If you say grading very high, what does that mean?
You know, when we are grading elections, sometimes if we want to go in the upper echelon, we always go between good and very good. So we want to grade them very good.
Any additional questions?